Hello everyone. So today I am going to share the information regarding the pharmacovigilance in India and the history of the pharmacovigilance in India. So let's begin with the introduction. So pharmacovigilance can be defined as the pharmacological science relating to the detection, assessment, understanding and the prevention of the adverse effects, particularly long-term and the short-term adverse effects of the medicine. Pharmacovigilance is an important and integral part of the clinical research. Both safety of the clinical trials and the post-marketing pharmacovigilance are the critical throughout the product life cycle. With the number of the recent high-profile drugs withdrawal like serivastatin, the pharmaceutical industry and the regulatory agencies have raised the issues of the pharmacovigilance. Early detection of the signal from both clinical trials and the post-marketing surveillance have been studied now have been adapted by major pharmaceutical companies in order to identify the risk associated with the medicine product and effectively manage the risk by applying the robust risk management plans throughout the life cycle of the product. So let us discuss about the history of the pharmacovigilance in the India. So the origin of the pharmacovigilance in India goes back in 1986 when a formal adverse drug reaction monitoring system considering 12 regional centers, each covering a population of about 50 million, was proposed for India. However, nothing much happened until the decade later when in 1997 India joined the WHO Adverse Drug Reaction Monitoring Program based in the Uppsala, which is in Sweden. This attempt was unsuccessful and hence on 1st January 2005, the WHO sponsored and the World Bank funded National Pharmacovigilance Program for India, which was made operational. The National Pharmacovigilance Program, established in January 2005, was an overseen by the National Pharmacovigilance Advisory Committee based in the Central Drug Standard Control Organization (CDSCO), New Delhi. Two zonal centers, the Southwest Zone Center, which is located in the Department of the Clinical Pharmacology, uh, which is in KEM Hospital, Mumbai, and the Northeast Zonal Center, which is located in the Department of the Pharmacology, AIMS, New Delhi, where to collect information from all over the country and send it to the committee as well as the Uppsala Monitoring Center, which is in Sweden. Three regional centers would report to the Mumbai center and two to the New Delhi. Each regional center in turn would have several peripheral centers reporting it. Presently, there are 26 peripheral centers. The program has three broad objectives. The short-term objective is to foster a reporting culture. The intermediate objective is to involve the large number of the healthcare profession in the system in the information dissemination, and the long-term objective is for the program to be a benchmark for the global drug monitoring. Given this background on the pharmacovigilance in India, to date, things have definitely changed for the better, but at very slower pace. The regulatory authority for India should be commended for introducing and implementing the Schedule Y and for reporting all the serious adverse reaction, including the suspected unexpected serious adverse reaction, which are SUSARs, from the clinical trials. However, there is a need of the spontaneous adverse event reporting from the post-marketing medicines to the zonal centers, and in turn to the National Pharmacovigilance Center to a WHO Uppsala Monitoring Center, which at the moment is woefully lacking. Therefore, in these circumstances, the question that arises are whether the strategy should be changed, or if so, then how. So let us discuss about what are the current scenario of the pharmacovigilance in the India. India is the vast country and there is a surfeit of a drug brands, more than 6,000 licensed manufacturers and over 60,000 brands formulation. India is the fourth largest producer of the pharmaceuticals in the world and is also emerging as the hubs of the clinical trial. Many new drugs have been introduced in the country. And so there is an immense need to improve the pharmacovigilance system to protect the Indian population from the potential harm that may be caused by some of the new drugs. In the past, India's regulatory agencies and the drug companies based their safety assessment on the experience derived from the long-term drug use in the Western market, and there was no real urgency for the government to establish a strong pharmacovigilance system of its own. In the recent year, however, the lag between when the drug is placed in the market and its subsequent availability in India has decreased considerably, so that the much needed longer term safety data is no longer available. In addition, India-based drug companies have increased their capacity to develop and launch new drugs through their own research efforts, and this has heightened the importance of the developing the adequate internal pharmacovigilance standards to detect adverse drug reactions. However, what need to be more important along with the funding is a focus vision and effective strategy for developing the pharmacovigilance system, especially in the Drug Controller General of the India office, which is lacking. Traditionally, pharmacovigilance was never done in India in pharmaceutical companies, and be it Indian or the multinational companies. So there is an immense shortage of the knowledgeable people who will be able to advise the DCGI on this matter. As the pharmacovigilance is very complex subject, intervened with the regulation and the complex system. The need is therefore to engage the completely independent advisor who has extensive and practical knowledge on the pharmacovigilance. So these were some of the information and my thoughts regarding the pharmacovigilance and its current state as well as the history of the pharmacovigilance. Thank you so much.